Hi, I'm Kevin,
It's Thomas
and welcome to Big Stories for Big Boys.
and girls.
Today is just us.
Yes.
We've
Yeah.
had
Yeah.
we've had a bunch of guests on recently because we just wanted to have some fun with some of our friends, but we're gonna take a little break with some guests and just keep it to ourselves because now we hate everyone.
Yeah. Screw them.
Yeah, they're bad people.
Man.
This place is for big boys and girls,
Yeah.
not small boys and girls.
We're the biggest of boys.
Yes. So today we're gonna talk about just normal family stuff.
Yeah.
Family things
Feud.
that happen in our family. Family feud. Things that happen in our family, like with our siblings, parents, stuff like that. Funny things, maybe sad things. Do you have a specific story you want to start out on? Because I could maybe think of something.
What could I start out with? I could tell you about the time. Would this count like me and my brother and I and my grandpa driving somewhere?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So
Anything
would that
about
have
your
to do with
family
only
is-
family, basically?
Yeah.
All right. So, this was 7th grade going to 8th grade, I think. Like, it was over the summer, I
Yes.
believe. And one day, my grandpa was like, "Hey, Thomas. Tyler's my brother, by the way.
Mhm.
He was like, we're gonna drive to Florida."
Oh.
And I was like, yes. And let me tell you,
Did you?
yes.
Oh, nice.
And it was the best thing ever.
That sounds
I would
really
do
cool.
it again and again
Mhm.
and again and again. So this is what happened, right? I wake up one morning and we're like,
And you're driving to Florida.
and then I'm just driving. I woke up and I was just driving.
Yeah.
So I woke up. I stayed at my grandpa's house the night before.
Mhm.
Then we woke up, and we were like, all right, let's go to Walgreens and go.
Yeah.
So we went to Walgreens and we drove up to Globe to leave Arizona
Okay.
so we could go to New Mexico. And
Because that's on the way to Florida.
indeed,
Geography. I know it.
you know
I
it.
got an A, even though I didn't take it.
I have a PhD in geography. But right before we left Arizona, my grandpa's like, let's eat a burrito. And yeah.
How was the burrito?
It was pretty good. I ate that burrito real good, and then we went to New Mexico, and it was funny entering in because there was a sign that said New Mexico, land of the enchantment, or something like that. But the sign was actually the shittiest sign I've ever seen, and there's just broken beer bottles everywhere.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, wow, this is
The
what it
land
feels-
of the enchantment.
Yeah. I was like, damn, this is like a fairy tale.
It looks so beautiful.
And then we drove into New Mexico. I think I bought a knife.
Nice.
Knives. So, and then we were leaving, and then we drove to Texas. And
How was that?
It was nice. Texas is really. I would like to live there. It's very
I
nice.
don't think I've been there, actually.
It's very beautiful. We should go there one day.
Okay.
All right. See you guys later. But we got there, and it was windy.
It was windy.
We got there, and we went to Wendy's.
Did you go to Wendy's or no?
No, we did go to Wendy's.
You did?
Yeah, it was like
Okay.
it was late at night. We went to Wendy's because we were some hungry boys.
Okay.
Then we went into a hotel,
That's cool.
and the next day of driving was driving through all of Texas.
Oh, that's a big boy.
It took the entire day
I'm sure because it's very large.
because it took 3 days. So the first day was us driving from Arizona to Texas. Second day was us driving in Texas,
Yeah.
and the third day was us driving out of Texas to Florida.
Are Texas and Florida?
I mean, because like we were driving through, like when we were driving through the other states, like it wasn't that long. 'Cause
Oh, okay, that makes
they're
sense.
smaller states.
Yeah.
And then we stayed in I can't even think, a condo like the first night, and then we went to my grandpa's aunt and uncle's house.
Okay.
and then we slept there for the rest of the time there. And they bought us tickets to go to the Legoland.
Ooh.
And it was so much fun.
I've never been to Legoland.
We're going to Legoland.
Okay.
See you guys later. And yeah.
And that was it? That's all you did?
Well, also I held an alligator. His name was Weezer.
What a loser. Was he a big alligator or a small
It was a
one?
baby one.
Oh, okay.
He was. I would like to hold another one. They are very soft.
Really?
The bottom of them, yes.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, I wasn't holding it upside down. And and then when we were leaving, I still have it. I bought an alligator head.
Really?
Yes.
Like a real one?
A real alligator head. Because like they cut off the heads if like it's a dead alligator.
Oh,
They cut it off, and then they burn it, and then they paint it black.
Oh. Stop. We'll get copyrighted.
Oh fuck, you're right.
It's too perfect.
But and then what else happened? Oh yeah, I asked my grandpa if I could buy the $80 alligator head, and that is an adult-sized alligator head.
Yeah.
But he was like, no, only because we have to fly back to Arizona.
That makes sense.
Because the reason why we drove there is because we were dropping off a car to his aunt and uncle.
Yeah.
So then we flew back. But then also at Legoland, I wanted to buy this one Lego set, and he's like, nah, only because we're flying back, because he didn't want to take a giant Lego set.
Yeah, that makes sense.
My grandpa's pretty cool.
Legos are pretty cool.
They're also very expensive.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucks. They've gone up in price a lot.
Yeah.
Well, since like I first started using them.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
I've only gone on like a road trip once, and I went to, so I flew up to Ohio with it was just me and my brother, and we flew up there and we stayed there for like a whole summer, and then we drove back down with my mom. My mom got there a little bit later than us.
Yeah.
So we could just be by ourselves for like a week or so.
Yeah.
And then, so she got there later than us, and then we took a car down from Ohio going all the way down through the states into Arizona. I barely remember anything of it. I was like 8 or something. And so I just remember driving down, and then we listened to a Paramore CD that I had just gotten on that road trip too.
Yeah.
Because I was very much into Paramore at that moment. And then we got here, and then that was it.
And that was it.
Yeah, that was the whole. That's all I remember. And then when we were up in Ohio, we didn't really do much. It was just like we were hanging out with family for a whole summer.
I haven't like stayed anywhere for a whole summer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god. Last summer, so 9th grade going to 10th grade, which was last summer. My dad got married.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. To your stepmom, right?
Uh-huh. And we went to California. We rented a beach house, and it was very
I
nice.
think I've seen pictures.
We like you would walk outside, and then there's a staircase down to the ocean.
That's
And
awesome.
I was like, it was pretty good. I usually like I'm one of those people that like freak out a little too much over sharks
Yeah.
because I mean it could happen.
Yeah.
You know.
That makes sense.
But that vacation, I was just like, screw it. I'm gonna go very far.
Yeah.
So like I didn't go very far because I remember I was like walking, and like as soon as like because like the ocean like it would go down, you know.
Yeah.
But then at one point it just dropped,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, I gotta go back.
That's weird.
Because like I was just walking right, and then it just drops and the floor's gone,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, where is it at?
Yeah.
And I was just like, yeet.
Yeah.
One of the coolest things was when I was standing on our porch that we had,
Mhm.
and I saw 3 dolphins swimming like towards our
Ooh,
house, and I
that's
was
cool.
like, "Take me home, country roads."
They are majestic boys.
They are some majestic babies.
Mhm.
I would like one in my life.
I would always at the time my dad was with a woman, and she had a son, and then they had a daughter together. Her name's Olivia. She's my actual sister. And then her son was named Owen, and so we would always like go to Oceanside, I think it's called. It's
Mhm.
like some.
That's where I stayed.
Yeah, it's in California,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
It's right.
So we would go there and just stay at a hotel, and we would go there like once every 2 years or something, and then like go to Disneyland or something like that. And it was fun. We would go to the beach, but one time we went to the beach and it was just really cold.
Yeah, that's how it was when I was there, but
Mhm.
I didn't want that to bother me because it was fun.
Yeah,
And I also learned how to body surf,
that's cool.
which is great because it's very very fun to do.
Mhm.
Except where we were, I don't know why, but there was just like a row of rocks,
Oh, that's
just
weird.
like in our beach area. And
Yeah.
it was super weird. So when I would body surf, like at some points there would be giant waves,
Mhm.
which were the best ones, but they would push me all the way against the rocks,
Yeah.
and I scraped up my back really bad.
Oof.
But I didn't care; it was fun.
Yeah.
And then showering kind of sucked when you had sand all over you,
Yeah.
and it hurt.
Yeah.
It hurt real good. But our beach house had 3 stories.
Mhm.
It was the top floor, which was like the way you walked in, and then you just go downstairs to the second floor,
Yeah.
and then the bottom floor. I stayed in there the first night. Then the second night, everyone was drunk, so I went upstairs, like to the very top, and slept on a couch.
Mhm.
And then the last night, I slept in a room. I don't even know what room it was.
Yeah.
But it was nice. And my dad said that another summer soon, like not this summer or maybe not next summer, but the summer after,
Mhm.
he wants to rent the same beach house so we can all go back there.
You should ask if I can come,
I will ask if you can come.
because that'd be pretty great.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would want you to go,
Yeah.
and it would be lit.
Because your family's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're very great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can just ask if like my friends can come.
Yeah. Because I
'Cause I'm
want
gonna be old enough. I'm gonna
yeah.
be like 17.
You'll probably be a senior.
Yeah, I'll probably be a senior.
Yeah. And I like always want to do a senior trip, and I think me and my friends are gonna go to Mexico, which I'm really excited for. And I've never been to Mexico, actually. Well, I think I have, but I was like 2.
I've never been to Mexico.
Yeah, I've never been outside
The U.S.
of the U.S. that I remember. I know I have been. I've been both to Canada and Mexico, but probably just for like barely any amount of time. And I was like 2, so I don't remember it.
Yeah, I've never left the United States of the Americas,
Mhm.
but I want to. I want to travel.
Yeah, so do I. That'd be cool.
Let's just go on tour.
See you guys.
Bye.
That's our new punchline for this show.
Yeah,
We're gonna get it on t-shirts.
just
See you guys.
just see you guys, and it's our stick figures
Yeah.
because we finally got our YouTube channel up.
Yeah.
You guys, this is gonna come out in like
This dates this video.
yeah. Okay, so this video is being made on January 16th of 2019
Yeah.
at 7:59 p.m. This video is probably not going to come out for like
4 more weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe more.
Yeah. It depends how we release the episodes.
Yeah. We'll try not to date any more videos,
Yeah.
but that just shows how long we've had episodes
Yeah, because we
and haven't been putting them out.
because our first one we made was in like November of last year.
Yeah, because I think we made like an episode, and then we took a huge break for like 2 months, or maybe a month or something.
Yeah, it was like I think it was about a month, and then we
Yeah.
did it with Vivi,
and then we did it.
with Kevin like last week,
Yeah, and then
because that's also when we started our band.
yeah. We also started a
Yeah,
band.
we started a band.
It's been busy, so like that. I guess that's an excuse, but
Yeah.
we don't really want to make excuses for it.
Yeah,
But we're gonna start doing it more frequently every Wednesday.
Yeah, every Wednesdays we're gonna have a new episode coming out.
Yeah.
And because I just verified our Google account today, which means we can upload every single podcast.
Yeah.
Because I try to we're talking about like the podcast that we uploaded today.
Yeah, I know.
This one's gonna come out in like 4 weeks. They're gonna be like, "This is so fucking long ago."
Yeah, I know. That's okay. We just uploaded the first episode of the podcast today.
Yeah, and I was supposed to upload it like early this morning, but it was like you can only upload 15 minutes worth of video.
Yeah.
And I was like, the fuck.
Yeah.
So then I had to verify our account just
Mm-hmm.
so we could upload our podcast. So this one will be coming out probably
Like the end of next month. Something like that.
Or probably maybe the end of it'd be like probably the middle of next month.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's fine.
And there will be more episodes to come too. So and more different things.
Yeah,
I have a thing I'm planning, for just me to do. We have a couple things that we want to do.
We want to upload games.
Yeah, games. That'd be fun.
We want to upload occasionally, but we're gonna have a separate channel for this. Our music.
Yeah.
Once we can actually figure out how to get
like we said, we just started a band, so we're just in the process of like we're doing covers.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
I like doing covers.
Yeah, and it's like getting us better to work together. And like since we just started it, we're just like figuring out how like we all play together and stuff.
Yeah.
Which is,
and what we want to do.
Yeah. But we can tell you the genre and our name already.
Oh yeah. So we're gonna be a punk band.
And we are called Skater Casual.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Yeah.
I like it.
I always keep a list of band names, like funny band name things that my friends have said that could be band names, and I just keep them in my phone. I could talk about that for a little bit at the end of this episode. Talk about the quota books.
The quota books is very good. We should one day just like make that into like an actual little book.
I want to.
And it could be like something we sell.
That's true.
And then anyone can have it.
Yeah, that's true.
It's very good.
Yeah.
There's a lot of offensive stuff in there.
Oh yeah, but it's not really meant seriously.
Yeah, it's not. Everything in there is a joke.
Yeah, it's all just random, like super random stuff that my friends say. I'll give an example.
Like a lot of these, you need
context.
Yeah, but you're not going to get any.
Yeah. So there's let's see, which one's a good one. This one's from me. She said I could do it, and then you said Oppan Gangnam Style. So that requires context, but we're not going to give it to you.
We're not going to give you that context.
Yeah. So that's just kind of the humor that it is. It gets worse than that.
Yeah,
and better than that.
Yeah, like there's some that are very offensive.
Yeah, and some that are just like stupid.
Yeah.
And like all the ones that are super short, like 2 words or 3 words, then I make those a band name.
Yeah. That's fine.
Like Skater Casual. Skater Casual being like, if you went to a job interview, they would ask you to be business casual, but instead Skater Casual.
Yeah, and then we just decided to do that name.
Yeah, because that's kind of a punk name.
Yeah, and also it's a name that hasn't been used, which is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So enough plugging our own stuff.
Yeah.
We'll go back to talking about family things. So when I was like 4, that's when my dad met his girlfriend at the time, and they started living together, like a little bit later than that. And so I grew up with them, with her as my stepmom and Owen as my stepbrother, until the beginning of 8th grade. That's when like they all left and stuff. And so it was like a lot of time to be with people that weren't like actually my family, and then they just left my life.
Yeah.
And so like here, let me think of some stories from growing up. Owen was always a year older than me, and so I guess I kind of looked up to him just a little bit. And he would always like have his friends over. By the way, hated him too.
Yeah.
Like over the course of like growing up, I just slowly began to not like him more. I like him now. Like we can still talk and stand each other now, but it's just like everything that happened over our lives was just bad. There are many times that we'd fight with each other, like physically and verbally. We had to be together all the time. Like we slept in the same room. We went to the same school. We basically had the same teachers. And then we kind of had the same friends until 4th grade, where we split up a little bit.
Yeah.
And so like we were just constantly together, and I think that's why we like hated each other, because we just had to be with each other all the time. We were always annoying each other. Huh?
Which got annoying after a while.
Yeah, it gets annoying. But like there were obviously like good times. Like we would always, when I was in like 4th grade through 6th grade, we lived right behind the high school that we go to now.
Yeah.
And we would always go to like the side of the baseball field, and there's just this big open area that's just all dirt, and we would take shovels there and make ramps out of the dirt for like bikes and scooters and stuff. Well, probably bikes just because it's dirt.
Yeah.
And so we would just do that all the time, and it was like super fun actually. We would just make these huge ramps, and then we would jump them as best as we could, even though we were like small boys. And then one time I remember we just dug a huge hole and made like crevices and stuff to where we could sit and just talk. And we would do that with all our friends all the time. And it was like a bunch of fun. And then we would just like ride around the neighborhood and stuff. And like we did the same thing with like a canal behind our house. We would just put holes in the sides, which I don't know if that's legal or not. Probably not.
Probably.
But we would do that. And along with that whole area of like the canal and the jumps, as we would call them, we did this thing. We basically LARPed, which is kind of embarrassing. But we had this friend. I forget what his name was. He was, I think, like a senior in high school, and we were in like 6th grade. So it was kind of weird for us to be hanging out with him. But we basically just LARPed, and it was literally like we acted like we were in medieval times, but we didn't like put on the clothes.
Yeah.
Or anything. We had like sticks. We eventually upgraded to metal poles.
Oh, nice.
And we would just like pretend fight, like sword fight with each other. It was really fun. And like honestly, I'd probably do it again. But
I'd work.
Yeah, it's not that bad, honestly.
I'd be down.
Mm-hmm.
I'd get down and dirty.
Yeah, it's pretty fun because like I'm all into that stuff too, like medieval. Yeah, let's go. See ya. Like I'm all into the medieval stuff. Like that.
Yeah, medieval stuff is like really rad.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what one of my favorite things are?
What?
Pirates.
Pirates are cool.
I feel like I've mentioned this to you many times.
Pirates are cool.
But I fucking love pirates.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. It might be because when I was a young lad, my room was pirate themed, and I still have my blanket that was from that room.
Mm-hmm.
And
is it a pirate blanket?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
And it's like also Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pirates of the Caribbean's good.
Their theme song, it's very spicy, and I love it so much.
It's
and like
really good.
I can listen to it whenever. What I'm trying to think of things that me and my brother done like together. Well, today I can talk about what we did today. Yeah. We made TikTok videos. And they're, in my opinion, I think they're really funny.
Oh, I think they're really funny.
Cause I don't know. I don't even know why. Like, we were just like, let's make TikTok videos right now. And we did.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone I've shown them to so far thinks they're hilarious, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
But when we were much littler, me, my brother, and my cousin, we would always play pretend, and like we would always be like superheroes or something.
Mm-hmm.
And because I was the oldest, I was always the cool one. I was always the leader. I'd be like, and then there's Chunky. Mm-hmm. He's dead.
I forgot about that.
But we would like there's this one there's these one superheroes that we made over. We went to Tucson one time with my grandma and grandpa, and then it was me, my brother, my sister, and my cousin.
Mm-hmm.
And when we were there, we invented these superheroes. My brother, he was probably like a fire dude.
Yeah.
But then my cousin was like a tree person.
That's cool.
And I was a giant skeleton monster.
Nice.
Because I thought that was badass.
That is pretty cool.
And like the way I envisioned it in my head, which I still can to this day because of how much like I always thought about it. It's the most badass thing you'd ever seen in your life.
Really?
But I can't draw. I would have to describe it.
Describe it with words right now.
Oh my god, okay.
So skeleton.
It's a skeleton, of course, so it's all bones.
Big skeleton?
Big skeleton, like big boy. It's like, think of like Hulk.
But his skeleton.
Yes, okay. But his bone, like his muscles also are bone.
Okay.
And he has a big old scary face, big teeth,
Okay.
And he wore a crown made of bones.
That's cool.
Everything was bones. I think
because he's a skeleton.
Yeah, he was a skeleton.
Yeah.
He had a giant like bone sword, and
I got a bone sword.
I got a bone to pick with you.
Was that his catchphrase?
I wish I was not that intelligent right there. But he was like I have like the coolest vision in my mind about him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna ask someone if anyone who's listening to this like 4 weeks from when we make this video, podcast, if you can either draw it from what I've said right now, or you need me to talk to you on like what it looks like, can you please draw it for me?
That'd be so cool.
I would fucking love you for life.
Yeah, that'd be so awesome.
Please do it. Oh, here's more to it. I got this. I feel stupid for saying this because I could have either gotten like this pocket watch or a compass. I chose a compass. But here's the thing. It helped me time travel.
What? How?
I'd open it up. I'd set the time.
The time. It's a compass.
I know. I'd set the time, and then we'd all go back in time. But here's the last cool thing about him. So me, my brother, and my cousin, our powers would combine, but of course, because I'm the leader, I got to use this power. So basically, my skeleton dude would get like super strong wooden power, like wooden. Like the armor would become like wood and stuff, and also like I could tree people.
What?
I could tree. You know Groot?
No.
Oh well, you're such a loser. Basically, he can tree people.
I don't know what that means.
He can tree people.
Like turn them into trees?
No.
What does that mean?
Dude, that sounds fucking stupid, Kevin. He can tree people. Not turn them into trees. He will tree them. Get your fucking mind in place.
Tree's not a verb.
No, it is now.
Like he puts them in a
tree.
tree?
He can tree. No, stop. You're being dumb. Just think about it. He trees people.
I've been thinking about it, and I brought up 2 possible situations, and you said no.
Do you have a third one?
Dude, they get wrapped by a tree.
I mean, that's close enough.
What?
So they say like he sticks out his arm or whatever, or like puts it underground, and it stabs people.
Oh, that makes more sense. You could have said it stabbed them.
I know, but I wanted to make this very confusing.
But make a good greatest hits section of the video.
This is gonna be part of it.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
But here's the last power. My brother's fire would cover me in it.
But aren't you made? But you're a tree
and bone.
Yeah. So what did the tree burn?
No. It's magical. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Wait, so what's the fire supposed to do then?
Makes me look cool.
What a great power.
But also
my favorite
superhero.
It has the power of making himself look cool.
That'd be like the Brad of superheroes.
I don't think I ever did like superhero stuff.
Oh, I did all the time. I have another one I can tell you about.
Do it.
Okay, so this was like a thing for the longest time. Uh-huh. So you know those balls? You know, like exercise balls, like the big ones. Well, I would roll around a room with them for like the longest time, like hours upon hours, and I made up the superhero where he was basically just dark energy.
That's cool.
Like badass. Oh, fuck, I burped. I'm sorry. But like he would get covered. Basically, it was like space power.
Okay.
So it was like space, but like the dark.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So it was like the darkness of space.
Okay.
and stars and shit, and it would like go on him. But like the stars, like when it got covered in him, he was just space, but like you could see like tiny stars. But then, like you'd think like the dark.
You sound so crazy right now.
I know. So you'd think like a dude that's covered in like space and tiny little stars would be evil.
Yeah.
Nope. The dude who basically had the power of the sun, which is just a star, which is all over my dude, was the evil guy. So basically he was very bright and he was evil.
Uh-huh.
And then I was the good guy.
I love that we set up this to talk about our family.
But this is me talking about.
That's what we should do now. No fucking prompt. We just start talking.
Yeah, this is fine.
Yeah.
Because
describe him more, please. What did he do?
So basically, boom!
The sound right there. Jesus.
So like I could basically blast him with space. I could like fly, and also I just like was so badass.
It sounds like,
and I it was really cool because like I'd be like space on, and I'd be covered in space.
That's so funny.
And then like we got into like epic battles. It was pretty badass.
Sounds
really but here's cool. The thing: everyone thought this sun dude was like the good guy.
Yeah,
because he would look good, but he wasn't. I knew all about his evil mastermind plans.
It sounds like if anyone can draw this, also please do.
Oh, but here's the thing: also
send fan mail. Please.
Yeah, please send fan mail. Fan mail. But here's the thing: he also had a hoverboard. He was like,
he couldn't fly. He was made out of space.
No, it was just to look cool.
So the hoverboard make him look more cool.
Basically, yeah. But it was like, oh no. But it was like this tiny thing, and I'd be running, and I'd throw it, and it opened up into a hoverboard.
Okay.
And then I'd jump on it just to look cool.
It didn't move.
Because I could fly, but why would I?
You could fly, but why would you ride a skateboard?
Yeah, why would I do that? But one day I defeated this dude, and then I was like, I'm victorious. And like I had a bunch, and then one day, dude, I have so. I just thought about it. I have like 2 more superheroes I just thought of that I made that I could talk to you about. I can't breathe.
To give context about what's happening, I just tried to take a sip from my my Pepsi, and I swallowed down the wrong tube and made an awful face. So now we're dying.
I can't breathe.
I'm crying.
I could tell you more about my space dude later, but here's my other superhero.
Okay.
He was another skeleton. But yeah, I had 2 skeleton dudes. This one was a normal skeleton. He was an ordinary skeleton. Just like a friendly neighborhood skeleton. But here's the thing. He could be like...
What does that mean?
It means that he would like pull bones from the ground up, and then he could cover himself in it to make himself look like a prehistoric animal or any animal. Or like
I thought you said a priest or an animal.
No, prehistoric animal.
That's pretty cool.
But like, or like a whale. But do you want to know what the stupidest fucking thing was about it?
What?
So this was like his final smash. He would basically right before the enemy was like about to be defeated, he would go underground.
Yeah.
And
We come up inside of our sarcophagus.
and the spooky, scary skeleton song would start playing. And then he would come up being like a giant fucking skeleton. And then there'd be tiny skeletons dancing. And basically, the person just died from fear.
I would die from fear from that. That sounds so scary.
That was like his final smash.
That sounds amazing.
And then this
Please
is
draw that also.
yeah, please draw all my superheroes. I'll probably just occasionally bring them up.
Yeah, let's just always come up with new superheroes every
Dude,
day.
I fucking got this.
Yeah, every time. I would totally do that.
I
I'll
would-
come up with a superhero idea every single episode.
I'll tell you my next one, and then I'll start thinking of a new one for the next
That's
episode.
such a good thing because we don't have segments in this,
No.
and then we could just have a segment right in the middle. It's just like it's superhero time,
It's superhero hour.
and then our fans could draw our superheroes
And if you do,
because we can't.
yeah, because I'm awful at drawing.
Mm-hmm.
But here's my last superhero that I can think of at the moment. Because
Okay.
keep in mind, I have like a trillion of them that
Yeah.
I've made throughout my life.
Yeah, I have never made any superheroes.
So you can,
I will learn Minecraft.
you know, basically.
Is he another skeleton?
What?
Is he another skeleton?
No, I wish. No. You know that Skylander prison break?
What?
Okay, that's you don't know it. Okay, I was just gonna like try and relate it to that, but basically, my dude, he was a miner. Like, he would mine in caves.
Okay. Just a child. My guy's a child.
But one day, you know, he's working in the mines. And then
Oh, he has a backstory.
yeah, he does have a
Okay.
backstory. He was working in the mines.
Uh-huh.
And then next thing you know, you hear them sirens. Woo!
In the mines.
In the mines.
Okay.
And it's like, please evacuate. Shit's going down. And so all of the miners left besides me.
Uh-huh.
I got stuck.
Why didn't you leave?
I was at the very bottom of where we were.
Okay.
And the elevator broke.
Okay.
That's
it.
No,
Your guys just dead.
no, this is what happened. Then then rocks started falling and stuff, and I fell into a pit,
Uh-huh.
and and there was like a bunch of like basically spikes, but they were all made of prisms and shit. And I fell right onto them, and one of
You
them
died.
impaled my heart, and I fucking died.
Is that the superhero? He's just a dead miner.
Wait, it gets better. It gets better. I promise this. So then one day these kids were like, let's go explore the mines. And then he goes, like, the kids go in there, and then they hear like a noise, and they're like, ah! And then so they go to explore it, but then they leave because they got scared
Uh-huh.
because they heard a noise, and then they told like people, and the miners were like, let's go back into the mines. So
Yeah.
they went back into the mines.
What is this?
This
Anything
is going somewhere.
Okay.
Chill.
Wait, what's the Skylanders thing?
I'll show you later.
Okay.
But this is what happened. Basically, my dude is made of prisms and rocks, because the miners went down there, but then I found out they were bad guys and they were trying to do
no.
bad stuff.
Oh no.
And then I came
Why
out.
didn't you know that before?
I don't know. I was the new guy.
Now you're the dead guy.
Not anymore, because I became a prism dude.
What's his name? Is that his
Oh,
name?
hold on. Here's how I became the dude.
Is he Prism Dude?
I think that was his name. But no, I was laying there, right? I'm dead. But then the prisms wrapped themselves around me and brought me life. And then I came to life, and I was made of rocks and prisms, and I could turn into anything I want. I had like all elemental powers. I don't know why. And I was just super cool. Also, he was a big dude with prisms all around him, rocks, scary face,
Scary face.
scary face, and he could basically turn into anything and make rocks basically do whatever he wanted.
That's cool. He could rock people.
He could rock people. He could Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Oh my god! I wish I made superheroes as a kid so I could tell great stories like that.
Dude, I have so many.
I can't wait until the next episode where we talk about our superheroes, because I'm gonna make so many now. I don't have any superhero stories.
You don't have any superhero stories?
No.
Why?
I have a story. I'll tell this story. It's not anything superhero related. I had a tree house when I was young,
I
and
wish I had a tree house.
it was pretty cool. It actually wasn't a tree house. It was just like a house, but it was not. It was not in a tree, but it was
a house.
It wasn't our house. It was a house, but in the backyard of our house. We just called it the treehouse, even though it's not a treehouse. And so I would like actually sleep in it sometimes. And one time I was listening to the Shrek soundtrack. It might have been the Shrek 2 soundtrack. And there was a girl. There was a window out for my treehouse, and I could see over the fence towards my backyard's neighbors. And there was a girl who also had a treehouse, and so she was in her treehouse at that time. And you know the classic thing of the guy holding up the boombox?
Yep.
So I was listening to the Shrek 2 soundtrack.
Did you do that to someone?
So I was listening to the song "I'm Too Sexy for My Shirt." And so I held my boombox outside of the window at the girl. I was a fucking legend at that moment.
You were the Legend 27.
And now I'm no longer a legend.
Dude, I'm going to do this to you.
Do it. If you could find the Shrek 2 soundtrack on CD, that would be amazing.
I'll give it to you for your birthday.
Please don't. That sounds so awful.
But then I'll actually get you something good.
Please.
I got you.
I just always remember that story. And I don't know if she liked it or not. Probably not. But we were like 7.
Nation Army.
So maybe she liked it.
What have I ever done? I've definitely done stupid shit.
Yeah.
Can you think of anything stupid I've done with you,
Uh,
or like just in general,
I don't think so. Not that you've done.
or like something stupid I've said that was like stupid funny? I don't even know what I say at this point.
What are words? Is this a podcast?
This is
See ya.
Bye.
So fucking. Let me think of another story. This is really boring right now.
Dude, I will eat you. Can we talk about Vor for a second?
Yes, let's actually do that.
Let's talk about Vor.
Vor is when someone swallows someone whole, like a human.
Yes.
A human or something swallows another human whole, or a living thing.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's about it. That's Vor.
That's
right
what
there.
it is.
That's a kink right there.
Some people like it. Some people think of it as a kink. Other people just think of it as a thing.
I think.
Why are we talking about Vor? I don't want to talk about Vor.
But you did want to talk about Vor. I was just like, want to talk about Vor, and you're like, can we? Play that shit back. I won't talk about Vor.
You were the one that said you wanted to talk about it.
I said want to talk about Vor.
You're a liar.
I probably am.
First off.
Like I said, I don't remember what I said. Can we talk about ska for like a second before we? But we'll have like.
We'll eventually talk about ska more. Ska.
It's fantastic.
It's a musical genre. It's kind of like reggae, but faster and more punk-ish. Yeah. It doesn't have to be punk.
But it
could be a lot more like reggae.
Yeah. It's just real good. We'll go like way into this about our love for it. We were one time going to start a ska band,
but we didn't. But we didn't. We almost came up with the name for it,
which would have made it official.
And then we didn't.
Nope. That's why we made a band name the first time we practiced.
That was like
last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you and Trevor went up to me, and you guys were like, "Thomas,
do you want to play trumpet
in a ska band?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
And then
the thing that's hard, that was the most challenging for that, was we needed so many people for a ska band.
Yeah.
Especially the kind of ska band we wanted. you need the basic gist of like a normal rock band, which is like guitar, bass, drums, singer. You don't have to have a singer, but we wanted one.
Yeah.
And then you need, if for what we wanted, you need a trumpet, a trombone, and 3 saxes, maybe 2. That's basically it.
Yeah.
That's like 9 people, maybe 10.
Which would have been a big band.
And we had all those people.
Like everyone was like ready to do it.
Yeah, we filled in every spot. Everyone was ready to do it. We all had our own instruments. And then we just didn't. Yeah. We just never did it.
We just like decided to never do it.
Yeah, and I kind of regret it.
Yeah.
But
we were like planning like a day to do it, but then we never did. And like it would have been like the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, I agree.
But now that we have a punk band, I am very happy about it.
Yeah, and punk bands don't need to be a lot of people. Like Blink-182 had 3 people, right?
Yeah, we have 3 people right now. We still have a drummer, which is fine.
Yeah.
We'll get one eventually.
Yeah. Or just use a drum machine.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Yeah, because Kevin's the singer. I play
me.
Yeah,
Kevin.
Yeah, because there's 2.
Yeah, there are 2 Kevins.
Yeah, 2 Kevins in the band. So Kevin's the singer. Kevin, the one this podcast, Kevin.
Me, Kevin.
Yeah, me, Kevin. And then
you, Thomas.
Yeah, you, Thomas.
You play bass.
I play bass guitar, and then Kevin McDermott,
which is the guy who was on the last episode of the podcast.
He
plays guitar.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, this entire thing, the entire band spawned from last week's episode.
Yeah,
actually,
because Kevin McDermott was like, let's create a song at the end of this podcast.
Yeah, and then we did.
And then we were like, let's cover In the Airplane Over the Sea.
Which, yeah, and that wasn't in the podcast.
Yeah, that was just like what we wanted to do.
Literally right after that episode, we just were like, let's just cover Airplane Over the Sea by Neutral Milk Hotel.
And then we did that, but then we were like, yo, let's cover What's My Age Again.
By Blink-182.
And that's what kind of like just like really started.
And we just had so much fun doing it, and then we were like, let's just do this, like, for real.
And we actually did it for real, and now it's like a thing that we're actually like working with.
Yeah, and we're both really excited.
Yeah, and so is the other Kevin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we're just like doing a bunch of stuff now. I like personally for me, my life's in like the perfect spot right now.
Same.
Like I'm like so happy.
Yeah, like
genuinely.
Because we got our girlfriends.
Yeah.
Which is great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they make us very happy.
Yeah.
We got this podcast, which a lot of people are supporting.
Yeah.
Which makes me extremely happy.
Yeah, it makes me really happy too. A lot of people are supporting both the podcast and the band,
which they haven't even heard our music yet because no one's heard our music.
Yeah, besides us and probably like dad. Yeah, your parents.
And at lunch I played like something from us, but it was like it's because it was just recorded on a mic. It doesn't sound very good. But like they kind of just heard that. But once like we record, I'm pretty sure the first thing we're going to record it like good. Like record well is In the Airplane Over the Sea because we just made a punk cover of it, which sounds really cool.
And we all love it. We all love that whole album.
Yeah,
and like I just love how everyone's super supportive of what we're doing.
Yeah, because I didn't know how many people would want to support us with this.
Yeah, I honestly I posted something about it, and I would asked if anyone would listen to it and if people would want to be guests on it. Everyone I asked said yes. And I was expecting 2 people to say yes. But I asked 20 people
and everyone said yeah.
Everyone said yeah. And it just makes me so happy because this is I wanted to do this podcast for so long. Not this specific one, but just a podcast. And I wanted to have a band for so long. And it's finally happening. Yeah. And I enjoy it so much.
And they all happened within a span of less than a month.
Yeah.
Because we started we started the podcast was kind of a month before.
Yeah.
But we
actually started doing the podcast frequently.
Yeah.
A month ago.
Yeah. And then we started making episodes and then we started our band.
Yeah.
And then like I said, no one's heard anything, but a lot of people are supporting about it.
Yeah.
Because they're excited to hear our stuff.
Uh-huh.
Which that makes me very happy.
Yeah,
because I'm pretty sure Christina's gonna be on here soon.
Yeah, definitely.
I was talking to her the other day, and I was like, "Yo, we started a band, and I'm very excited."
Yeah.
And then she was saying "I'm so excited to hear your guys' stuff."
Yeah, it's really exciting, and I enjoy it a lot.
And I was I got very happy because I'm
that's one of our best friends.
Yeah.
And just having a friend that doesn't isn't part of what we're doing. That is super supportive of us anyway. is
Yeah.
like great.
Yeah.
And like a bunch of our friends are like that.
And I also like how many people just been wanting to listen to our
Yeah.
podcast.
How many people are friends with us?
And yeah,
Yeah.
because we finally made our YouTube channel, and now anyone can listen to them, which is
Whenever they want.
Yeah, and it's gonna be every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday. a new
Eventually,
episode.
we'll get another podcast up, maybe 2 more podcasts.
Probably because the other one's gonna be you and Kevin.
Me and Kevin, and then another one's gonna be me and you again.
Yeah, which is I don't think we should tell them.
Yeah, we're not gonna tell you what the idea for either of those 2 podcasts
because we haven't really.
We haven't tried starting it yet, but we will eventually.
Like we have an idea for it, but we just haven't done it. And then also, you're gonna do your video diary stuff.
Yeah, I'm working on some video essay kind of things.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say what it's about yet. Some people know.
Yeah.
But I'm really excited to do it. It's probably gonna be like the most fun thing I've ever done. It's just gonna be me. It'll actually be a video, so all the people that don't like listening to podcasts and like watching stuff can actually watch.
Just listening for an hour long. It's gonna be about.
Yeah, each episode will probably be. I'll try and keep them like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
It's really exciting, and I'm super excited for it, and I hope you guys will like it once it comes out.
And I had an idea, which I'm gonna try and work on. Which it's just, I'm thinking, should I just say it?
Do it if you want to.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say it. So bands, they have greatest hits.
Yeah.
And my first one is gonna be about Blink-182.
Mm-hmm.
They have their greatest hit album. So I'm gonna make my own greatest hits from their first album up until their first greatest hit, and then I'm gonna put all my favorite songs from certain albums in there.
And you like compare it.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna make a second one that's from their first album to their most recent one.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm probably not going to make that one until like way later because they're making a new album.
Yeah.
So I want to listen to that. But I just want to make my own greatest hits just to show like my opinion on my favorite songs.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I love every song in the greatest hits,
Uh-huh.
but I would take out a few of them.
Yeah.
Like,
And replace them with other things.
you know, all the small things.
Classic.
I love that song, but I don't think it'd be in mine
Yeah.
because like I have so many other favorites.
Yeah, yeah.
Like one of my favorites is from Enema of the State, which is a classic album.
Classic.
One of my favorite songs is called the Party Song, and I love
And
that
it's
song.
not on the greatest hits, right?
Nope. So like, I'm gonna try and make almost every song on there not on the greatest hits, but of course there's gonna be some because some of them on there
Are
my
like
favorites.
actual greatest hits.
Yeah.
That's really exciting. Like, I think this is a good note to end the episode on. It's just like we're both doing a bunch of stuff, and like we still have school.
Yeah.
And like lives. Like I have a job, and so like
I'm
I'm
trying to get a job right now.
Yeah, we're both doing just a bunch of stuff in our lives right now, and it's like super helpful and really like excellent to hear that people really like what we're doing and want to like be involved with what we're doing.
Yeah, because like if not, like this would just be so difficult.
Yeah, because
Because-
it like what would we be doing it for?
Yeah, like we wouldn't be doing it for anyone. We'd just be doing it for ourselves.
Yeah, which I'm fine
Yeah,
with.
I'd
It's
be
just
fine
like
with that, but like just like having support just makes it like the experience so much better.
yeah. So I guess just thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
And so I guess that's the end of the episode.
Yeah.
I'm sorry it wasn't very much of like a super topic heavy episode.
It was
but-
a lot of us plugging ourselves.
Yeah, but
And
we
we talked about
just wanted to
superheroes.
we just wanted to have some fun to this week.
Yeah, this one was like I liked this.
Yeah,
Like it wasn't like we did have a topic to do.
yeah, just a humble episode.
Yeah. Like I'm like very happy about this.
Yeah, so am I. And hopefully once this episode goes up, we'll have a bunch of other stuff that we can give to you.
Yeah, because probably by the time this comes out, we're probably gonna have like at least one more thing that we've been working on.
Yeah.
So that we can get out there.
Uh-huh.
Because like we have like a lot of ideas for this because
Yeah.
we named our channel South Mars Productions.
Which means we can do anything.
Yeah, because we were thinking about just doing a podcast, but then we made it South Mars Productions.
Because we do want to do just podcasts,
But, like,
we
we wanna
want to
do
do so much more.
Yeah, like me and Kevin, we've talked about doing so many things.
Yeah,
And now that like we've actually like started doing a bunch of the stuff we've wanted.
we can't stop.
Yeah, like,
It's
we're trying
just-
to do so much stuff.
Yeah.
Eventually, like we're gonna try to get a bunch of stuff out, but of course, like we're gonna
we have to take a chill for like. Well, there will probably be weeks where we just don't do anything.
Yeah, I mean, like we're still gonna have the podcast coming out every week.
Yeah,
like I don't want to end that.
Yeah, I still want to have. We'll probably have like some episodes on, like we just have them for if we don't want to do one week.
Yeah, like
just in case.
Yeah, because like we're sort of like quote unquote loading up them.
Yeah.
Because like we want to have them ready for every week, but like if we just don't want to do it in 1 week, we'll have one ready
to upload.
Yeah, so like we're like right now we have enough for the next 3 weeks, which is fine. But like I'm still gonna want to keep doing it.
Yeah, same.
But like that, just like that 1 week when we're just like let's chill, we'll have enough.
Yeah. Just a vacation week.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's the end of the episode.
Yeah, that was
just like a kind of episode, and then just a little update about what things are going on.
Yeah.
Since it's the new year.
Yeah, new year, new us. Because we've done a lot this year already.
Yeah, it's the start of a new year.
Yeah, and it's so far, like, I know it's only 16 days into the year.
Yeah.
One of the best years so far.
Yeah, best years.
Like, haven't been this happy in a while because I've been doing everything I've been wanting to do.
Yeah.
And I have you to help me and for us to just do whatever we want.
Yeah.
Which is great because, like, I've never really had anyone to do this with before. And I have had once, but or a few times, but like they usually just don't ever do it, or like they just give up on it.
Yeah.
And then so
I'm not giving up on this.
Same. I'm
like this is what I want to do.
Yeah. And like our first video, which is it's our introduction to our podcast.
Yeah.
Our channel's been up for like
a day.
Yeah, like it's like now just a day that it's been out, and our first video already has like 74 views, which I know isn't a lot,
but it's enough for us to like feel good.
Yeah, and so it's a good start.
Yeah, I'm excited for what's to come.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, bye.
We'll see you later.
Yeah.
Aha!